Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a like up. Randy Orton delivered a memorable promo on the latest episode of WWE SmackDown, where he vowed to take down Kevin Owens, who put him on the shelf for months. Later in a backstage segment, Aldis announced that the Viper would take on Carmelo Hayes in his first match since his return. Orton showed up for the first since November last year at Elimination Chamber 2025, where he attacked his arch-nemesis Owens. On SmackDown tonight, he heartbreakingly revealed how the doctors had asked him to call it quits on his career in the aftermath of KO hitting a piledriver on him. However, Randy Orton made it clear that he was hungry to get revenge on Kevin Owens. The WWE legend was even involved in a backstage segment later in the show, where he confronted Carmelo Hayes, who was taking shots at him. SmackDown GM Aldis, who was also present there, quickly announced a match between the two performers for next Friday night, which goes down in Barcelona, Spain. Considering it will be Randy Orton's first match in months, there's little chance he would lose, especially in front of a European crowd that would firmly be in his support. However, a sneak attack from Owens could turn things in Hayes' favor. The WWE Universe was buzzing with anticipation heading into Friday Night SmackDown, but no one could have predicted just how monumental Aldis' announcement about Randy Orton would be. The Blue Brand's general manager took center stage, stepping into the ring to deliver a moment that shook the landscape of WWE and left fans speculating about the Viper's future. What did Aldis have to say? And more importantly, what does it mean for Randy Orton's next chapter in WWE? Let's break down the shocking announcement, its implications, and what could be next for the Apex Predator. As Friday Night SmackDown kicked off, fans were expecting a high-energy show, but no one was prepared for what Aldis had in store. Midway through the night, the SmackDown general manager made his way to the ring with a serious expression. The crowd in attendance roared as Aldis grabbed the microphone, letting the suspense build before finally speaking. I know there's been a lot of speculation surrounding one of the most dangerous men in WWE history, a man who has left destruction in his wake for over 2 decades. And tonight, I am here to give you all the update you've been waiting for, an announcement about Randy Orton. The arena erupted in cheers as the mere mention of Orton's name sent the crowd into a frenzy. The 14-time world champion had been one of SmackDown's top stars since his return at Survivor Series 2023. But his path had been uncertain in recent months. Then, Aldis dropped the bombshell. After letting the tension build, Aldis finally delivered the shocking news. Ladies and gentlemen, I am officially announcing that Randy Orton will challenge for the WWE Championship at SummerSlam 2025. The WWE Universe exploded as Aldis made it official. Randy Orton is set to compete for the biggest prize in the industry at the biggest party of the summer. But that wasn't all. Aldis added another twist to the mix. And to determine who will face Orton at SummerSlam, we will have a fatal 4-way match next week on SmackDown to decide the WWE Champion's next challenger. The stakes were instantly raised. Orton wasn't just getting a title opportunity, he was getting a shot at a champion who would still be decided in the coming weeks. This announcement meant that not only would Orton be in one of the biggest matches of the year, but his opponent was still unknown. Would he be facing Cody Rhodes in a long-awaited rematch? Would he be squaring off against Roman Reigns in a battle of legends? Or could a shocking underdog rise to claim the title before SummerSlam? One thing was certain, Randy Orton was about to be at the center of WWE's biggest summer storyline. Aldis' decision to place Orton in a championship match at SummerSlam wasn't just a random call. It was a carefully calculated move. Here's why it makes perfect sense. 1. Orton is a SmackDown pillar. Since his return, Orton has been one of SmackDown's biggest stars. His long-standing rivalry with the Bloodline, his explosive matches with Solo Sikoa, and his iconic history with Cody Rhodes have made him one of WWE's most valuable assets. By putting Orton in the title picture, Aldis is ensuring SmackDown remains the must-watch show every week. 2. A possible final run. At 44 years old, Orton is still in incredible shape, but his career won't last forever. After returning from a near career-ending back injury, WWE might be setting him up for one last dominant run before he transitions into a part-time legend role. By putting him in the SummerSlam main event, WWE is giving the Viper the chance to cement his legacy with one last championship reign. 3. Orton's unfinished business. Orton has a history with nearly every top star in WWE right now. Cody, Rhodes, former allies and legacy turned bitter rivals. Could they finally clash in a one-on-one WWE Championship match? Roman Reigns, a past feud that never fully got closure. Could Orton be the one to finally end the Bloodline's influence? Solo Sikoa. Orton has already fought Solo multiple times, but could their rivalry escalate into a title fight? This decision by Aldis opens the door for multiple blockbuster feuds. With Orton now guaranteed a championship match at SummerSlam, SmackDown's power structure is about to shift dramatically. 1. Every superstar wants a shot at Orton. With the announcement made, every top star on SmackDown will be gunning to win the Fatal 4-Way next week for the right to face Orton at SummerSlam. Expect names like AJ Styles, LA Knight, Bobby Lashley, and even surprise contenders to step up. 2. The Bloodline's role in the chaos. The Solo Sikoa-led Bloodline is still running SmackDown. With Orton being one of their biggest threats, could they attempt to interfere in the title picture to keep him from winning at SummerSlam? Or could this be a trap set by Orton himself to lure the Bloodline into making a mistake? 3. Cody Rhodes vs. Orton. A dream match? If Cody retains his WWE Championship before SummerSlam, this sets up a potential showdown between Orton and Rhodes in a long-awaited singles match. Their history is legendary, dating back to Legacy in 2008, and a championship match would be the perfect stage for them to finally settle their rivalry. With Orton now locked in for SummerSlam, the next few weeks of SmackDown are going to be absolute chaos. Here's what we can expect. Next week, Fatal 4-Way to determine the WWE Champion's challenger. Bloodline involvement? Could Solo Sikoa have his own plans? Cody Rhodes' response. Will he call out Orton for a personal war? Orton's path to gold. What mind games will the Viper play? No matter what happens, one thing is clear. Randy Orton is back in the world title picture, and WWE will never be the same again. Are you excited to see Orton challenge for the WWE Championship at SummerSlam? Who do you think he'll face? Let us know your thoughts. Randy Orton delivered a memorable promo on the latest episode of WWE SmackDown, where he vowed to take down Kevin Owens, who put him on the shelf for months. Later in a backstage segment, Aldis announced that the Viper would take on Carmelo Hayes in his first match since his return. Orton showed up for the first since November last year at Elimination Chamber 2025, where he attacked his arch-nemesis Owens. On SmackDown tonight, he heartbreakingly revealed how the doctors had asked him to call it quits on his career in the aftermath of KO hitting a piledriver on him. However, Randy Orton made it clear that he was hungry to get revenge on Kevin Owens. The WWE legend was even involved in a backstage segment later in the show, where he confronted Carmelo Hayes, who was taking shots at him. SmackDown GM Aldis, who was also present there, quickly announced a match between the two performers for next Friday night, which goes down in Barcelona, Spain. Considering it will be Randy Orton's first match in months, there's little chance he would lose, especially in front of a European crowd that would firmly be in his support. However, a sneak attack from Owens could turn things in Hayes' favor.